You're standing at the station in St. Joseph, Missouri. Your fingers are numb with cold, even though winter hasn't arrived yet. It's not the weather. It's the cold of the end that you're a Pony Express rider. You've barely turned 18, but your palms are calloused like an old blacksmith's, and your face is so weathered by the prairie winds that you look 30. Behind you is the building where they've just finished installing a strange machine. It clicks, rhythmic, monotonous, soulless. The Telegraph. You look at the wire stretching toward the horizon and realize that thin string just cut the throat of everything you believed in. They hand you the mochila, the leather mail pouch. The last mail in the company's history. The station master won't look you in the eye. He just says, "Deliver it, son." One last time. You dig your spurs in and your Mustang bolts. The first 10 miles are always a battle against the wind. Your duty is 15 miles per hour. If you slow down, the schedule collapses. If you fall, the mail dies with you. You aren't just carrying letters. You're carrying the final breath of an era. In your bag are letters from mothers to sons in California, million-dollar business deals, marriage proposals. They don't know yet that by tomorrow, their words will be sent by electric signals in seconds. But today, you are their only God and messenger. You ride through the night. The sound of hooves is the only clock you have left. You know every stone on this trail. Right here, you nearly broke a leg 3 months ago. Over there, by the river bend, your partner took an arrow to the shoulder, but still made it to the station. 3 hours into the ride, your horse begins to breathe heavily. You feel his exhaustion through the saddle that pulses into you like a current. Lightning flashes on the horizon. Or is it the campfires of those who don't want the mail to get through? In the era of the Pony Express, danger wasn't a romance. It was grit in your teeth, the smell of horse sweat, and the constant fear of a Paiute ambush. You pull your Colt, checking the cylinder. You have the right to defend yourself, but your golden rule is, flight is the best fight. Your success isn't measured by enemies killed, but by the seals on the bag remaining unbroken. You pass through a canyon. The cliffs feel like clenched jaws. Every rustle makes your heart gallop. Here, in this darkness, you understand the true price of information. People were willing to pay $5 a letter a week's wages just for you to make it through this canyon alive. Don't stop for a second. Listen, do you hear that hum? That's the wire. It buzzes like a swarm of angry bees. That's the electricity carrying news at the speed of light. The telegraph is the future. It's clean, it doesn't tire, it doesn't need water or oats. It isn't afraid of canyons. You look at your Mustang. The animal is trembling with fatigue. You look at your mochila, it's old, scratched, smelling of leather and the past. You are the last representative of the species' human messenger. No one will ever risk their life for a letter again. The world is getting smaller, faster, and colder. The telegraph has no beating heart. It has no loyalty like your horse, but it is the victor. You feel a strange mix of rage and relief. You'll never have to ride through a storm again. But who are you now, if not a rider? The last 5 miles. The sun rises, painting the desert in gold. You ride into town. But instead of the crowd that usually greets the mail with cheers, you see people standing by the telegraph office. They are reading the tape that just fed out of the machine. You dismount. Your legs buckle, and you nearly collapse onto the scorching sand. You strip the bag from the saddle and toss it onto the postmaster's desk. "The last run?" he asks. You just nod that your era lasted only 18 months. But in those 18 months, you rode 600,000 miles. You delivered 35,000 letters. You proved that human will is stronger than the wilderness. You walk out of the post office. Nearby, a worker is pinning the last wire to an insulator. You touch the grip of your revolver, pat your horse's neck one last time, and head toward the saloon. Your job is done. But the legend of the boy who was faster than death is only just beginning.